Okay. Yo, welcome to Team Radd Titan, and today we're going to be going over a part of the Crom set for Pop Culture Shock Conan 1/3 pieces. We got sent the set recently. We had a little bit of a, I don't know what you would call it. What would you call it?
A misunderstanding?
I always rely on you for your... yeah, very good. It was a bit of a misunderstanding. I don't know if you could call it that. Just a difference of an opinion, really.
It got blown out of proportion.
It got blown out of proportion a little bit.
And then someone was being... No, I'm joking. No.
They were completely wrong. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so... you know, we got reached out by Ant, who just said to us, look, you know, sent us a group message, just basically saying, look, you know, I've looked over some things. I was going through some bits and pieces. Obviously,
Well, it was also something to do with there was another company who the CEO of the company made some comments. Ant read them and was like, I really wish I don't come across like that. He read over some comments and he was like, hey guys, I've read through this and I just think that it got a bit out of hand, and you know, as a extension like an olive branch,
which was really big of him to do.
Yeah, we want to send you these.
They
They were actually promised to us a long time ago. But
with this and loads of other stuff anyway. So it's not like it, you know. But in fairness to them, he said like, you know, he sent us his personal copies of them both. So I think that's really big of him to do.
A big gesture,
he told us not to. We didn't have to review them or anything. But at the end of the day, you know, this is what we do. We want to go over them and talk about them.
He knew we would.
Well,
he knew it.
We're always going to do it. I mean, we've got so much. We're so behind on like pieces that have come into all of our collections and stuff. We're trying to sort of clear up the backlog. I've had loads. I just keep having children all the time, so I'm well busy. Let me know if you.
I just had a third baby. A year ago. He's sleep. Oh, don't wake him, please.
Anyway, so we're going to be like, we'll get through it, and we'll start with this. So, you know, check it out and.
Might as well just keep going, because we've just gone too long now for that to be an intro, haven't we?
Probably.
All right. So, this is the kind of regular version of the Crom set. So
the skin version. This is the bit where he's on the beach, right?
Yeah.
After his soul has been
swinging around. This
actually, this is the right bit where he's in that sort of pose. Doesn't he do this in this?
Yeah. So this is.
Whenever you look at this, you just want to go. I don't know why you just do it in your head, don't you? It's well backed.
Yeah,
that's going to hear me. Don't panic.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Crom set is 75. I don't actually know what the individual sets were of each one, because there was obviously then this was sold separately. That one was the Warpaint was sold separately, and then this was the set, which was 75 on top of that. Anyway, we'll go into it. So with this, you get his medallion on a stand, which says Conan the Barbarian on it.
Yeah.
I always mix up which one's which. I'm a bad
this
person.
discussion before.
The bases on them are the same.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they could have done like this one with, you know, the sandy base. And
I
the
would
other
have
one.
done
that. I probably would have done that, but obviously to keep costs. You know,
remember, this is old PCS. It's right. I mean, I think this is a Jerry Macaluso sculpt.
We looked over this quite a while ago, and I think there was a video of this on. Monster Palooza, possibly, and I think it was like 2016.
Yeah.
So you know, this is an older piece. I probably would have gone sand on the base. One of the things as well, because it is an older piece and maybe it's been stored in somewhere hot, it actually has bubbled a little bit on the base, but that's not really a problem. All you need to do with that kind of issue is probably take off the rubber feet and then just get ones that are a bit thicker and replace them on there, which is exactly what I'm going to do with it. As you go up, so you've got this kind of like snake sort of piece here, or rope. Is that snake or rope?
I think I'm going to say...
Or not.
I have no idea.
Or nothing.
I have nothing to add to that.
Okay. And then you go into the kind of... Yeah, you go into the marble kind of base, and the marble effect is painted very well on there. Looks pretty good. You then work up as you're going into this, and the boots are like a suede... into a fur. I do think the actual fur on the exclusive on the war paint is really, really good. That little sheath.
Yeah,
that's
really
a much better fur.
Pelt.
Yeah. This is like
on the hilt of the sword.
Yeah,
very, very good.
Yeah.
This has got a weird sort of. I don't know what you. This is like when you buy a really shit sheepskin coat from a market, like, you know, like. Wow, sheepskin leather coat for £37. Yes, sir. That's a bit of me. That's what you get. Like after you've worn it for 2 days, it looks like that. You're like, fucking, the sheep has died inside the coat. But yeah, so obviously you should mess with this as well. You've got a lot.
Yeah, you got to like fluff it.
You've got to fluff it. You probably put a hairdryer on it, fluff it, get your little gay comb out and give it a little spruce on it. But yeah, it needs a bit of that, I'm afraid.
You work into, so you got the suede trousers, leather belt, and I'm not even turning the turntable's turning thing. There is no buckle on the belt, is there?
No, there's nothing like that. No.
Okay, and then you work into the body, which I'll let George take over because he's more into the anatomy side of things and he's more into muscly men.
And men, yeah. Okay, so I mean, this is probably where this piece, in fairness, comes alive. I think to be fair, this is there's a lot of things that Jerry Macaluso is shit company runner, shit businessman, shit person. But as a sculptor, he's actually pretty good.
If he did sculpt.
Yeah, if he did sculpt it.
Because
I'm just putting out there.
But I do know
on the project. I've got to respect that he might have actually sculpted this.
His name's ain't on here. But I do know a lot of the pieces, like John Carey's stuff and
Is it Cleary?
Cleary, yeah. There's a lot of the pieces where he kind of took a lot of credit for a lot of people's work.
I'm just playing it as I see it. I can't go into that because I don't know. But in terms of the anatomy and stuff like that, it's actually really good. It's a good depiction of Conan, a good depiction of Arnold. The portrait actually is really good as well. Factory paint on portraits, kill the sculpts most of the time. This actually isn't too bad. It's got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going on there. The structure of his face is correct. The build of him is right. The ridiculous Arnold biceps are there for everyone to see. Pose is epic. I really love the back, personally. The back, for me, just reminds me of twins, Danny DeVito. What happened to you? What happened to you? You had an allergic reaction to something. All them bumps, all like, your back's worse than your front. It's like that. So, you get into the back and you can see all the sort of like rotator cuff muscle groups, rear delts, all the lats. You can even see part of sort of like the ribs and stuff.
Nice bit of oblique here.
Yeah, there you go. Got serratus anterior there on show. The deltoids and stuff. I mean, this is painted very well. The skin, it's got a little bit of a freckling through it, which is nice.
Well, it's got the pores as well in the back.
Exactly.
Pores
yes, you can see, like I say, as well, the way it's shaped. You see the ribs.
Yeah, I mean,
which is decent.
What I do think as well is you have to be quite careful with this because this is an older piece, and you have to remember that around the time this was conceived, this would have been a really pretty impressive piece. I think now we are very, very spoiled where we have companies like Queen, all these ones where they're doing the sort of silicone and the likenesses now are
better than they've ever been.
Ludicrous.
Yeah,
but when you take it into consideration for its time, I do think that the Arnold likeness is there. You really can definitely see it's him. I know that other companies like I think it was Blitzway, they really messed up his portrait. But there's no denying when you see this who it is.
Oh, for sure.
And it's one of those things as well where a lot of the polystone movie pieces, they have an optimal display position.
Well said.
But this actually, from many angles, it's on.
Every angle, to be fair. Every angle is on. The jaw, the chin, the cheeks.
One of the things that does annoy me a little bit, but it's a real little OCD kind of like niggle when it's with both of them is the necklace. You can't position it how you want to position it because of the way it's made.
It's got two links. It's got two little links in it, and if you want to lay something, if you want to weigh something flat, the link should be that way round, and then the other link goes. Then it can sit flat. But they've done it the opposite, so it actually sits at an angle. It almost sits up because you've got to twist the two little circle parts. Which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't know if that's an accident or a mistake. I really can't. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, to be fair, but it definitely doesn't run. I'm not too keen on this lump of hair sticking out of the back of his head either, to be honest. Well, there's something weird about that. That doesn't look.
Well, it's tied.
Is that what it is? Is it tied?
I think that you've got like a little knot at the top.
Is it tied?
The way that is that that's tied. So it's kind of like clumped.
It's not really clear very well. If it is clumped,
there is no hairband there.
If there is nothing there that I can see. It's just a bit strange to the flow of it from certain angles. Don't like from the front viewing, you're fine, but when you're looking at it from the back, it ain't great.
One of the things, though, which we will
Nails
go
are done
into
well.
is we'll put them both together, is the fact that they have done the hair differently, and I think that's quite important to point out. They could have just easily kept the hair the same and done that. This one is more obviously he's on the beach, the wind's blowing through his hair, and then the other one his hair's flat because he's in the he's in the mirrors. Is that not the mirror part? No, that's the part where he goes to kill James Earl Jones.
The war paint one. The war paint is when he breaks into the castle, doesn't he? Yeah. And he kills loads of their people. I don't think he kills the main guys. There's Tulsa Doom, and then there's the other two. Yeah. The two generals who are like basically a younger sort of bodybuilder guy, obviously from Arnie's gym, and then another older gentleman who's really tall, like a fucking big guy. And he goes in there and he fights with all of them, doesn't he? But this bit, I think, is where he's woken up after they tried to take his soul in the night. So it's the part where he's really badly hurt.
Oh, we're going to go on to do on that one already.
Yeah, no, but that's this one. He's really badly. I think he's really badly hurt.
This was where he's on the beach swinging his.
Yeah, but it's after that. But I'm sure, if on my memory, I haven't seen Conan in about maybe 7 years.
Yeah,
but
you'll know better than me.
I'm sure that he's like the spirits come to take him, and he's nailed down to the floor in like almost like a hammock. They've got him all wrapped up and they've got all the painting on him. And the next morning he wakes up and he's like checking it. He's like he nearly dies. Yeah. They come to take his soul, but the girl doesn't let him, does she? His woman. Yeah. So and there's this bit where he starts messing about and moving his sword around again. And they've captured that absolutely perfectly. To be fair, it is a very good Arnold sculpt. So fair play in that regard. Yeah. I disagree with Alex. I think the marble's done pretty badly on the base. Okay. But then again, Alex doesn't have any marble and I have marble. So when I look at it, it's a bit like I have marble, you don't have any. You have some weird wooden shit thing. But it's a bit like lines. It's just a bit. It's a bit samey going through it. I mean, marble doesn't look like that. Even the decorative, it's not like that. They're just too much. It's too similar. It's the thing, and I don't like this snake thing on the base either. I actually think this particular base, I completely agree with Alex, goes better with the war paint, and this should have been a sandy base. Yeah. I understand they're trying to keep costs down because Jerry Macaluso was spending everybody's money.
A Ferrari and a house in Nevada.
All that sort of stuff. But that you can tell with that really that was a little bit of not an oversight, a lack of vision really in that regard. I just think it was a bit lazy. But
you also have to remember though that sometimes, especially Arnold, he's quite difficult to with licensing. They may have just gone, no.
There's a possibility, but I doubt it.
You don't know.
That's accuracy. So I don't see the argument because it's accurate. Yeah. The sand is right. That's wrong.
But they might go that this is more museum-esque, so it's more stylish to be in a display. If you put the sand on it, it cheapens it. And I don't know. As you work your way up, you've got, again, the material there for the forearm guards, and you work into the sword, which is really well done. It is metal.
Is it?
And, I bit on it and... clean my teeth with it and stuff. So his metal is solid, dirty. And of course, and it's really well done. And just make sure that when you put it in, you go from behind the hand and in, and then put the peg on the back.
Yeah, and you can adjust it as well. So if you don't want it to be so straight, you can actually just lightly turn it and have it sort of at a slight angle like that. Yeah, there is ways to do it.
There was one issue, but it was actually on the other one. We'll talk about that after. But overall, I do think it is a great piece, and I do think they've done a great job. I can't remember which one is for which now, so
the AP is for war paint. The artist proof is the war paint, and the numbered 33 edition is this one.
Okay, all right. So,
let us know what you think anyway. If you agree with this, does it look like Arnold? Does this piece still hold up today? Is it a piece that you think is massively underappreciated? Let us know in the comments, and please, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe.
Don't need to do that because we're going to do that together.
Oh, we're going to do it together?
Yeah.
You hold your cock and I hold mine.
Or dock.
All right.
All right, so we'll just
go
kind of the high five if you want. Hey! All right, so we're back, and I don't know if we're going to put these together or if we're going to do whatever.
Don't adjust your television sets or your phone settings. So it's a different piece.
So this is now the... So now we're going to look at the PCS War Paint Conan, part of the Crom set. We're going to go through this and just have a little look what we think about it. Is it better than the other one? We'll compare them at the end and do whatever else. So Yeah, let's go into it. So the base is exactly the same as
Exactly.
the
Don't like this joint.
regular version.
See that?
Yeah, there's like a leather part, like a pleather here, and there's a bad joint on the, but it is on the back.
Yeah, it's on the back. Yeah.
You know, so yeah, same base with the snake rope sculpt
Thing.
thingamajiggy going on. And then it goes into this side leather, and then into the kind of marble.
Yeah.
I don't think the marble's terrible.
It's not terrible. I didn't say terrible.
But I do think that the marble suits this one much better than the skin color version.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the skin version should have been sand, just to highlight the other one. So we go back into the kind of materials used, and you know, yeah, we got like the suede, the leather, and then into this kind of like furry thing, which looks like
polyester.
some old kind of like
It's like your neglected nan's hair.
yeah, an old mountain goat. And then, but like you then come into
this is where it
the
starts getting good.
the suede trousers. But this is where the difference happens from the first part. So you have a better belt.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also you have the kind of fur coming off there. But the extra part with this is the kind of pelt sheath that comes with this. And
Sheath, that's the right word. Yeah.
I said that earlier.
Hilt. What did I call
I said it earlier, and you
I
corrected
love
us.
saying hilt. I've been playing too much God of War Ragnarok.
Hilt is.
I've got the hilt of Skufganins, or whatever it is called.
So yeah, but this actually feels like
It's
a much better kind of quality material. It may not be real fur, but it feels.
The dog
more...
seems to like it though, bro. I think it might be some type of animal. I picked it, moved it past him.
Dude, my dog likes anything. So yeah, you've got the sort of short sheath there. Then you got like this that looks like an old bath mat. But anyway, it's tucked in there. But I do think that then this belt kind of area, like this area looks a lot better. So what we do?
Yeah, so pretty much same type of thing. Some differences, like we were talking about. This is the same. I think the trousers are the same.
Trousers are the same.
And then you go into sort of like Alex was saying, the sword sheath, which is really good. Just basically, it's a flap that goes through the belt.
Yeah.
And then basically you tuck it in and it just sits on top of it. So it's really easy to put on.
Yeah.
And then you start getting up into this bit where, you know, you go into the torso. Same sculpt, same sort of look, paints. Like obviously he's war paint, so he's got the blood splatter and all that kind of business. It was done really well. Like on the hands and sword in particular, it's done very, very well. The leather guards are different, because they've got these sort of like bands that are going around them. Yeah, but they've also got like them bands.
No, they've got
around
bands
them.
on the other.
Well, I thought they were. I don't think they had this. I don't think they have those.
Yeah, they do.
They have it.
Well, it looks more leather, but these have been painted, so they've got a blood splatter on them.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of more of a metallic-y sort of thing on them as well, like a colour, so separates a lot better. Then you go into the portrait, and again, it's unmistakably Arnold. You can't, from every angle, it looks like him. The hair sculpt is completely different. I don't like the colours that they chose for this. I think they washed it a bit. I think they overdone it. I think there's a good sculpt under there, and I think they've just really caked the shit out of it with paint.
Yeah, and I think it could be the paint, but I do think
it is the paint. The sculpt is good.
The hair is kind of a bit clumpy.
Yeah.
But again, that could be where the heavy paint's been used on that.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a lot of fine lines in there, and they've just overdone them.
Paint splatter looks good. Blood splatter looks good on the hands. Really good sort of speckling on there. Good on the forearm guards, and then into the kind of sword there as well. The war paint is allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but allegedly they used reference from the original Sideshow one, which actually was wrong. I remember reading that on a forum somewhere. I don't know how true that is and whether
you need a proper like Conan aficionado.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have known unless I read that, unless that's if it's true or not. But I do think that this one is the better of the two.
There's one disadvantage to this one though. I think it's the better of the two too. I think the pelt and the belt,
I think this sort of just as a whole, it makes more sense.
I think so. The concept definitely. It's another Red Hulk premium format situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
The base on that makes sense. The green and grey it just doesn't make sense.
Sure.
So you've got that. And
the one thing I don't like is there's a like a sculpt error or like a sculpt thing where maybe the sword was meant to be there but not. Is if you look on his hand, there's actually a part where like here under his fingers there's like a weird bit there that's like looks incomplete.
You sure? Like they've straightened it, flattened it a little bit.
Well, it's like the sword was maybe meant to be resting on that part, and then they go, "Oh, actually, the sword's going to be there," and then they forgot to adjust it.
Yeah, potentially that's possible.
Yeah,
very possible.
Yeah.
My only point is the advantage of the skin one is the musculature is much more obvious.
Yeah.
In terms of like the sculpt, you get with the skin tone version, you definitely get to see more of that muscle sculpt, and it's a very good sculpt for Arnold. With the war paint, you lose a bit of that because none of the muscles are shaded. So you don't get that that beautiful sort of shape.
Well, the kind of depth of it.
Yeah, exactly. You've got that three-dimensional sort of look where you're like, Jesus, look at his Terry's mine and look at his...
Well, you have to rely upon like your actual lighting more than the actual shading of the paint.
Yeah. You definitely need an uplighter on this one to get the most out of it, but you don't need it with the...
My girlfriend came in and said, "Why does he look like an albino?" And I was like, "Go."
Yeah, just go.
Go walk the dog.
Yeah, go and think about things outside. Go stand out there and think.
Get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
It's like that guy that
didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Was it like Malky? Is it Malky? What is his name? The guy you don't like? You're gonna make Daddy a sandwich. You've not seen that video?
Malky.
The guy who plays Falcon.
Mackie.
He's on like a Mackie. That's it. He's on like a chat show.
No, I've seen that.
Have you seen it? Someone gets flour. Well, you want me to smack him in his mouth? She's like, yeah. So you make Daddy a sandwich. I was like watching that. That's fucking awesome. I was just like, yeah, that's it, baby. That's it.
No, it's not that I don't like him. I just don't think he kind of holds the character.
I don't like him either. But it was.
No, it's just he doesn't like the character of the Falcon was just a bit too cocky for the fact that he has no ability.
He's a good pilot. He can fly.
Well,
that means I'm fucking hateful, man.
Anyway,
you can't fly for shit. You try it sometimes. Flying with a big pair of metal fucking wings.
Bobby?
Yeah, anyway, it's like, I think, I agree with Alex. This is the superior of the two pieces. I would say so. And definitely, if I was to display one or keep one, it would be this one.
Yeah. I think what we should do, though, is we should just put them both and put them together. And so we got side by side.
All right.
Alrighty, we're back, and we're just going to do a little comparison. And with the bubbling of the base, we can actually use that as a like turntable anyway. So maybe it's got its benefits.
Yeah.
What we're going to do then is, just to show you them both together, show you the kind of comparison. If you've got the space to put them, I think they are a really nice set. And I do think if you are collecting these kind of PCS pieces, like the kind of Rocky, the Van Damme, would love to see the Van Damme in person.
Yeah, I would actually.
I think it's
humble pie, motherfucker.
I think that's one of the things is with that, it just doesn't photograph very well, and I do think that it needs to be seen in person. You've also got like Bolo Young. They've got a whole kind of 1/3 line happening. So yeah, it'd be great to see.
Some good characters in there as well. Like, I'm a big Bolo Young fan. So.
I would love to see, but it's a totally different thing now.
Cock.
But
no,
not again. I'd love to see like some Universal Soldier statues done.
Oh yeah, Dolph Lundgren, man.
Yeah,
that's anyway. The Spirit Soldier.
Yeah, Lieutenant Andrew Scott.
I'm a big fan of Dolph Lundgren. He's like the complete anomaly.
He's genius.
He's like well smart and like kickboxer, bioscientist, but also like he's been like kickboxing champion. Like he's like proper.
So Van Damme.
I've heard that. Van Damme's got legit martial arts for sure.
I think Van Damme had 19-1 and 19 knockouts.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he got beaten and stopped. But then again, Mickey Rourke's got a fucking boxing career, isn't he? That's how he smashed up his face.
That's true, yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
I digress, yeah.
So basically, anyway? If you've got the space to do these, and there is, it's the kind of the only company really putting out these kind of classic movie characters at the moment. Action stars of the 80s. My only gripe is that they're not in 1/4. I'm a 1/4 collector. I can't justify having 1/3.
I would like it to be.
I have heard that some of their newer pieces, like the Blade and some other pieces.
That's a comic piece, though, bro.
Yeah, it's not Wesley Snipes.
So we go,
wink. But with that piece, I mean, if that's popular enough, allegedly they're going to start making some quarter scale ones. But no, really, really cool. Actually, that's actually quite a nice feature, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't need. Yeah, you
don't need to. Built-in swivel.
Yeah, that's it.
So no, I definitely do think that if you are collecting those movie pieces, these are really good pieces to have in there.
Yeah, they are.
And
they are. And the most important part is the fact that it's Arnold. In every angle, it is Arnold Schwarzenegger. It does not matter how you display it, from the back, the side, the front, looking up, looking down. It looks like Arnold. And that is, when you're having a movie piece, does it look like the fucking person? If it looks like the person, you have 90% of what you need.
I do think if they made it today, it would be better.
Oh, for sure, yeah. They could. The new PCS could improve on this.
But we have to kind of... They're the pieces where you have to
judge it for the
time it's made.
It's lucky that we're around then, because otherwise he'd be like, "What the fuck?" But we were around. We've been around a while, so let us know what you think. Anyway, which one do you prefer? You know,
do you have it?
Yeah, do you have it?
Do you have it? What do you display it with? You know, what other pieces would you like kind of PCS to make of this line? That's another thing as well.
False of Doom.
Yeah,
they need to make one. Somebody needs to make that other than custom. Someone did it.
No, it was Chronicle actually made it, and then they went bankrupt. Actually, no, they released it, didn't they?
I think they did. I don't think the likeness was any good though.
Yeah, it was the throne piece.
It looks great with the helmet on, but it looks shit with the the James Earl Jones bit. They didn't get it right. Yeah. But things like that, it is awesome anyway. I really like the war paint one personally. That's why I'm leaning towards. But the other one has its merits too.
I agree.
Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think about it. And if you're not following us, please do hit a like on this video, because it helps us out with the algorithms and everything. If you want to see more content from us, we're going to be cracking on with some reviews over the next few months. We've got so many things to do.
We go live nearly every Sunday, so we try and do that, and we cover the latest news and we say what we think. So
yeah, legit. Anyway, take care. Be good.
Do you want a pitch?
Huh? Yeah, I think so. I think together is a good idea. Yo, welcome to Team Radd Titan, and today...
You made him jump.
Yeah, that's what happens. You're a fucking pussy. Just joking. No, I didn't mean it.